Central.
Hi, I'm Mike Yam with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Cowboys continue to clean their defensive house Wednesday, releasing defensive tackle Dontari Poe and corner Darryl Worley after they were unable to trade both players. On Tuesday, Dallas sent defensive end Everson Griffin to the Lions for a conditional 6th-round pick. Meanwhile, the Bengals were able to find a training partner for disgruntled defensive end Carlos Dunlap. The Seahawks acquiring Dunlap Wednesday in exchange for a 7th-rounder and offensive lineman B.J. Finney. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero is reporting the Falcons are looking to trade defensive end Takk McKinley from a 1st-round pick. He got just 1 sack on the season. McKinley's been ruled out of Thursday's game against the Panthers with a groin injury. And Week 8 kicks off tonight on NFL Network when the Falcons travel to Carolina to take on the Panthers in an NFC South Division battle. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. This has been an NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Last election, millions of voters were unable to cast their ballots. Why? No game plan.
Try to make a play. Let's go.
NFL Votes is a league-wide initiative to support and encourage voter education, registration, and activation efforts of players, clubs, and fans from now until Election Day.
That's what we do. It's our time.
Join the NFL by making a game plan today and making your voice heard this November.
Yes!
Visit NFL.com/votes to learn more.
Back to work at that job, the one you realized isn't for you? Well, that's if you're lucky, right? Make your move. You can start a new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months from the comfort of your own home, even if you have 0 computer experience. Take control of your future now. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Live online classes meet just twice a week. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
The Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXOL, Central California. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning, Carroll.
I see you're back in the vault, the Dia de los Muertos vault.
Yes, yeah. I'm back again.
Okay.
Surrounded.
And our thanks to
Bob Diaz.
Bob Diaz. Tio Roberto did the decorating. And, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you can see it all.
All of it in living color.
In living color, yes. And in focus.
In focus, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's important.
It
Life
really
in
is.
focus.
And subscribing to our YouTube channel is free.
And
okay.
In focus.
Yes. Well, that was always an issue for me.
That the world would be in focus?
Everything, yes.
I hear.
Well. Anyway, are you ready for birthdays?
Big shot birthdays. I'm as ready as I'm going to get.
Okay, well, one of your favorite groups, the Moody Blues. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Denny Lane, guitarist with Moody Blues, is 76. Singer, actor Melba Moore is 75. Actor Richard Dreyfuss, 73. Actress Kate Jackson, 72. Actor Dan Castellaneta is 63. Randy Jackson of the Jacksons is 59. Okay. Actor Jolie Fisher, 53. Actor Grayson McCouch, 52. Actor Winona Ryder is 49. Actor Tracy Ellis Ross, 48. Actress Gabrielle Union. Actor Trevor Lasiller is 47. Actor Milena Govich, 44. Actor John Abrams, 43. Actor Brendan Fair, 43. Actor Ben Foster, 40. Actor Janet Montgomery, 35. Actor India Isley is 27. Okay, local birthdays coming up.
The coronavirus is affecting everyone.
Must wear face coverings when out.
What do I do? What are you going to do?
When this is all over.
When this is all over.
When this is all over.
What are you going to do?
Going to a concert, school, having dinner with friends. Take better care of each other. Support local shops and stores. Offering more help to others. This should be over soon.
Let's celebrate our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Al Rangel, Jeslyn Osuna, Patty Oaks Casillas, Carolina Rodriguez, Maria Machuca, Alma Controla, Julio Chavez, Karen Bailey, Casey Powers, Roger Morse, Felipe Fonseca, Joel Rolfe, Natalia Sace, Olivia Costas, Emmanuel Gerardo, Julie Panduro, Don Lewis, Alfredo Cuellar, Samano, Giselle Dominguez, Cynthia Brown, Stephanie De Leon, Patty Irving, Elisa Benavides, Balin Donahue, Doug Ferguson, Emery Zamudio Garcia, Sylvia Petrus, Giselle Osuna, John Ryan, Joe Varela, Juan Paramo, Kimberly Sturdivant, Mallory Samaha, Morgan Samaha, Nancy Ortiz, Olga Rodriguez, Patty Medina, Jocelyn Valenzuela, and Tim Novak. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, and of course on that list, Doug Ferguson. Doug, one of the crankers on the Holtville Athletic Club ice cream machine. One of the servers. Yes, he would. He and one other fellow had the oversight of that ice cream machine almost every cook-off. Yes, and you notice Doug always had his thumb in the ice cream he served. No, I didn't. Yes. Yeah, he didn't either, but that's another story. Yes, for another day. For another day. According to a new survey by the National Retail Federation, the average American will spend $90 on a Halloween costume. Gee. You know, it occurs to me, you know, you and I could both save some cash here. Let's trade clothes and go out as each other. Yeah, we could do that. Okay, you're going to have to come up with a mustache. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well. Anyway, and, a British woman may hold the United Kingdom record for bigamy. 9 guys. She was their legal wife. Now, of course, you've heard the British motto, keep calm and carry on, right? Yes. This lady's motto was, keep calm and marry on. Marry on, marry on, marry on. Sounds rather English. Are you ready for the Fair Food Fest? It's coming up this weekend and next weekend, I believe. Well, yes. I know it's this weekend. Yes. And it's, I guess you go down north of the fairgrounds and you come in that way, follow a map. Follow the yellow brick road. Yeah, on to all of the health food that is served by the vendors at the fair each year. Yes. That I guess something to look forward to, right? I guess they did this at the L.A. County Fair, and it was went over big. Well, they've done it at a number of sites, and I don't know if you've noticed, but a number of the food trucks have popped up around the valley as well. Mm-hmm. Well, I think they've always been here, but we didn't notice them as much. Far more visible now. Mm-hmm. And we urge, support your local businesses. Yeah, not just food trucks, but local businesses. Yes. They've been there many, many times, many years, buying the cookies and all the other things that our kids sell. Yes. So it's and the first ones you always went to for donations for your fundraisers. Yes. Yeah. Don't forget them. They need your help. Yes. Okay. Are you ready for real news? We're ready. Real news coming up. It's a look at world and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning.
CBS News Brief. Stellar growth for the GDP. As more businesses reopened, it grew a record 33.1% in the third quarter. But before you crack the bubbly, bank rates Mark Hamrick cautions.
Growth remains lower than where it ended 2019, which means it isn't yet time to hang the mission accomplished banner with respect to the economy.
The presidential candidates have just 5 days to sway voters. CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
Biden today heads to Broward County and while the president will also be in Tampa before heading to the battleground of North Carolina.
Hundreds of thousands still have no power after Hurricane Zeta. St. Bernard Parish, Louisiana President Guy McGinnis.
The number of trailers and boats and campers and mobile homes that were affected were many.
One man was killed when a large oak tree was uprooted and smashed through his mobile home in Georgia. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
No matter how hot it is outside, you can count on a reliable, energy-efficient York air conditioner to keep you cool and comfortable inside. And you can also count on it being protected by one of the strongest warranties in the industry. It's just another way we install confidence. To learn more, call Bach Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501. You can also save 1% in energy costs. Call Lock today, 353-4501. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license 696216.
California headline news. COVID-19 cases up slightly in California this week with a testing positivity rate of around 3%. Health officials like LA County's Barbara Ferrer urging people who've been exposed to take cover.
You know that you were in contact with a person who tested positive for COVID-19. Please quarantine for the full 14 days. Even if you have a negative test result.
California seeing about a 6% increase in new ICU admissions, nearly a 5% increase in new hospitalizations. A Senate hearing Wednesday with the CEOs of Google and Facebook about content moderation practices. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey defending his move to label a tweet from President Trump suggesting mail-in voting fraud.
We did take action because we saw it. We saw the confusion it might encourage, and we labeled it accordingly.
Hearing addressing Section 230, a provision that doesn't hold big tech companies liable for posts made by users on their platforms. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
You like your burger medium well, your peanut butter crunchy, and your mattress firm. It's the little things that make you, you. And you deserve a Medicare plan that fits your unique needs. That's why United Healthcare is offering more plan options than ever, so you can find just the right plan for you. Call 1-800-362-8715. That's 1-800-362-8715 to get Medicare with more. Remember, Medicare annual enrollment ends December 7th.
Let the joy begin with this week's sale at JCPenney. Get cozy with up to 50% off select cold weather bedding, or your favorite kitchen items from Cuisinart, Wilson, and Instant Pot. Also, get select family outerwear at up to 50% off, and save an extra 25% with coupons. Plus, grab our Black Friday prices earlier than ever. Shop the Black Friday kickoff at jcp.com this Sunday. JCPenney. Offer valid 10/29/11. Conditions and exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Page one of the local news is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have two locations in the valley, on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Thursday morning, California Supreme Court has denied a petition to review the Abadi versus IID case. The state Supreme Court said that they will not review the decision of the 4th District Court of Appeal that tossed out most of the rulings by Imperial County Superior Court Judge Brooks Anderholt on water rights in the valley. IID Board President Norma Sierra Galindo said, "I'm obviously pleased with the Supreme Court's announcement that it will not be reviewing the appellate decision in this case," Galindo went on to say. According to the state Supreme Court, the 4th District Court of Appeal got it right when it found that the IID was the sole owner of the Imperial Valley's water rights, and the people own the IID. Well, the latest update of COVID-19 is available. George Gale has the numbers.
The numbers continue to trend the wrong way. Updates are released by the County Public Health Department. According to the Wednesday update, the new cases per day per 100,000 population are at 17.74. Positivity rate has increased to 12.02%. There are currently 492 active cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County. It's attributed to COVID-19 still at 336. 78,264 people have tested for COVID-19. 12,983 are positive. Of those, 12,155 have recovered. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
KXO News Time, 7:43.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for your service needs. Whether it's a lube job, oil and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment, Quick Lane can handle it. And Quick Lane services all makes and all models. Oh, and by the way, you never need an appointment. Tire all the best brands at the best price, guaranteed. See your Quick Lane service advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Life.
Continuing with more local news, 2 gang members arrested. It was in 2 separate instances. Both arrests were on Monday. The first incident happened at around 6:40 p.m. when Border Patrol agents observed a man illegally enter the U.S. El Centro Sector agents assigned to the Calexico station arrested the man about 12 miles east of the Calexico downtown port of entry. While the man was being processed, he was screened for immigration and criminal. Agents discovered the man was a 6-year-old native of Mexico, and he was a documented member of the Sereno gang, and that he had been removed from the U.S. in 2003. The second arrest happened at around 7 p.m., about 16 miles east of Mexico downtown port. This individual was identified as a 42-year-old Mexican national who was also a documented Sereno gang member. He had been removed from the U.S. multiple times. It was also the 42-year-old had a felony conviction in 1998 out of Stockton, California. Agents also found other violent felony convictions. He had been sentenced to more than 15 years in prison. Both men are being held in federal custody pending criminal prosecution. Public events making a comeback in Imperial Valley. George Gale explains.
Slowly, but a few have been planned. Holtville is hosting a farmer's market at Holt Park this evening. It'll be open from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. They have not said if restrictions such as wearing face masks or social distancing will be enforced. City of El Centro will be hosting a free pumpkin splash. That's this Saturday at the Aquatic Center. Participants jump in and pick a pumpkin in the floating pumpkin patch. Only 1 pumpkin per child. It starts at 11 Saturday morning. To register to participate, go to cityofel.org/parkandrec/facilities. Masks will be required at all times when not in the pool. Social distancing will be observed at all times. Imperial Chamber of Commerce has scheduled their annual Christmas in a Small Town. It'll be held December 12th. The Chamber has a list of requirements and restrictions. Contact the Chamber for that list. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And that concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for page 2.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane has the best price on name brand tires sold at Quick Lane, guaranteed. Talk to your Quick Lane service advisor for details.
Cocopah Casino is open for business from 6 a.m. until 2 a.m. daily and committed to your safety. Play in comfort and cleanliness on the Cocopah Casino floor, featuring all your favorite games. Properly spaced and meeting social distancing guidelines. Relax and play at the friendliest casino in Yuma, making sure you're comfortable with constant disinfection, safety precautions, and welcoming smiles for your visit. Winning is just around the corner at Cocopah Casino and Resort, South Highway 95 in Somerton.
Page 2 of the local news and a look at the weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
Continuing with more local news, ballot tracts are explained. Here's George Gale.
There seems to be some confusion. A county registrar of voters has been informed that voters registered with ballot tracts were advised that their ballot for the November 3rd general election has not been received. Do not assume the worst. BallotTrax is a mail ballot locator and notification system which voters can register with to track the processing of their mail-in ballot. Information is obtained by a synchronized system connected to election data. When voters drop their ballot at an official drop box, there is a series of processes and verification steps that must be followed by election officials. Due to the high volume of ballots currently being received by the registrar's office, voters should expect this process to take longer than past election cycles. They say voters should not be alarmed if they receive the message that their ballots have not been received. They should not be overly concerned. Ballots are being processed and the new updates are synchronized with BallotTrax system each day. Registrar staff will continue to work diligently to process ballots as they are received, and they thank voters for their patience. To register for BallotTrax, go to where'smyballot.sos.ca.gov. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
Caltrans will close the westbound Interstate 8 connector to southbound State Route 7 Orchard Road again today. The closure will be in effect from 6:30 this morning until 2 p.m. For pavement work. Westbound Interstate 8 traffic will be detoured to exit at Bowker Road. Hopeville's in the news again this morning with a Hopeville business recognized. Here's more in the story.
It has been named Small Business of the Year for the 56th Assembly District. Eduardo Garcia is the assemblyman for the 56th District. He recently announced George's Pizza in Hopeville as this year's Small Business of the Year. The Estrada McClure family have owned and operated the business since 1991. Garcia said the business was one of the pillars of the Imperial Valley. It has caught the attention of the famous, such as John Travolta, to everyday residents. Every year, the small business is chosen to be recognized in collaboration with the California Small Business Association and the state legislators. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says as high pressure aloft starts to build into the area from the west today, temperatures will reach to around normal into the 80s. Continued warming is expected through the weekend, with highs reaching the low 90s over the Imperial and Yuma valleys by Sunday. Dry conditions are expected area-wide through the weekend and into the middle portion of next week. 79 the high in the valley today, 50 the official low. Sunday with a high near 83. Light wind becoming north-northwest about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 55. Northwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming calm. Friday will be sunny with a high near 87 and light wind. Saturday, sunny with a high near 89, light wind. Sunday, sunny with a high near 91, north wind about 5 miles per hour. 53 degrees, 35% relative humidity. The wind is calm. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
Your friend asked for one of your fries.
Just one, I promise.
So you say, sure, have a fry, but they take at least 7 fries.
Thank you.
Because it's never really just one fry, is it? Meal. There's a meal for every moment on the McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu. Get all your favorite items like the McDouble, small fries, 4-piece chicken McNuggets, McChicken, and $1 any size soft drink for just a few bucks.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any offer or combo meal.
It's sports time, NFL football Thursday night edition coming up tonight on AM 1230. The Falcons and the Panthers right here starting at 4:30. Don't forget Sunday we've got the Raiders on FM 107.5. It's the Raiders, the Cleveland Browns, 9:30 Sunday morning on AM 1230. And tomorrow night at 7, Classic High School football. The Brawley Wildcats, the Central Spartans in the 2018 Bell game. It's a good one. You can listen on AM 1230. You can listen anywhere in the universe on the KXO YouTube channel. Subscribe. It's free. Well, Justin Turner violated coronavirus protocols when he celebrated on the field with his Dodgers teammates, and he refused instructions from security to leave the field, behavior that Major League Baseball said risked the safety of others. The commissioner's office said yesterday that it is starting a full investigation of the 35-year-old third baseman. He blew it. It's that simple. High school football returns to KXO. We will have classic high school football games every Friday night on AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. Our broadcast features some of the very best games from the KXO archives. Classic high school football.
Let's play some football!
Is brought to you by the Committee to Elect Jason Jackson, El Centro City Council 2020, La Fonda Bar and Grill, the Camacho family, taking pride in serving your favorite Mexican dishes, El Centro RV Service. Keep your RV or trailer in tip-top shape, El Centro RV Service. Well, the Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh Steelers have produced vicious hits, dramatic finishes, and now a historic matchup of head coaches. Sunday's game in the AFC North will see the Steelers' Mike Tomlin and the Ravens' John Harbaugh become the first pair of head coaches in the Super Bowl era to face off 25 times in the regular season. Oh, boy, that's a record. I am amazed. I am startled. Yes, what can I say? Meanwhile, the Houston Rockets are hiring Dallas Mavericks assistant Stephen Silas to become the franchise's next head coach. Silas and the Rockets agreed to a 4-year contract yesterday, and a formal announcement is expected soon. Stephen Silas, the son of Paul Silas. And don't forget, it's Friday night classic high school football, Brawley and Central from 2018 on AM 1230. That's it for Sports Time.
The flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu. Due to the current pandemic, it is important to receive the flu shot to avoid emergency room or urgent care visits. Public Health will host drive-through flu clinics Saturday, October 31st and November 7th from 7 to 10 a.m. at the Imperial Fairgrounds. Participants are required to use a face cover and wear a short-sleeved shirt if possible. Get a flu shot to protect your family and others. For information, visit icphd.org. A message from the Imperial County Public Health Department.
Financial news and a brief look at brought to you this morning by Roto-Rooter. Imperial Valley's Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, they do. Well, it was an ugly day on Wall Street yesterday. The second sharp sell-off of the week. The Dow closed down 3.4%. While the broader S&P 500 ended 3.5%. It was the worst performance since June for both indexes. But things have turned green on early trading today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average currently up 117 points at 26,645. The S&P 500 up 29 points at 3,300. NASDAQ up 125 points at 11,129. Meanwhile, gold still down $3.80 an ounce, and oil off $1.42 a barrel. Pinterest stock jumped nearly 28% in after-hours trading Wednesday following a major sales beat. The social media company reported $400 $143 million in revenue for the 3 months ended September 30th, up 8% from the same period a year ago. And solar energy leader First Solar is the few bright spots in the sky yesterday. Shares jumped more than 10% after the company reported better than expected revenue and earnings after the closing bell on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the election, 5 days out, 6 days out? Yeah. Investors are hoping for swift election results week, so they can move along. Yeah, are we all hoping for that? KXO Financial News Time, 7:58.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to inspection, heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 53 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. That's 352-6789 or 344-2533 in the North End. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 83, light winds becoming north-northwest about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 55, northwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming calm. Friday sunny with a high near 87 and light wind. 53 degrees downtown El Centro, 37% our relative humidity. Right now the wind calm. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you this morning by Roto-Rooter in El Centro and Brawley. When drains don't work, they do. CBS News coming up.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, Mayor Pro Tem for the City of to address the needs of our residents. Although I believe we've had a great 5 years, there is still much work to be done. I want to continue to move our city in a positive direction, address the needs of our youth, attract new industry, and create more livable wage jobs. I also believe my experience will be extremely important in helping our city overcome the crippling results of the COVID-19 pandemic. So on November 3rd, please re-elect me, Jason Jackson, El Centro City Council.
Paid for by Southwest Security.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan. It was a summer to remember for the U.S. economy, a sharp bounce back after the staggering downslide unleashed by the pandemic.
It was the strongest quarter since World War II. The previous record was in the first quarter of 1950.
The CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says the government pegs growth at a 33.1% annual rate.
Although the news is welcome relief, economists warned that the fourth quarter, the one we're in already, started to show signs of slowing.
In a separate report, the government says first-time claims for jobless benefits were down last week to 751,000. It all comes against the backdrop of a pandemic. Hospital ICUs with COVID patients are at or near capacity in many places in the upper Midwest. CBS's David Begnaud says health officials are sounding an alarm.
I spoke to a doctor here at a hospital in St. Paul who treats COVID patients in the ICU. He said, David, I don't know what else to do to get through to people who don't believe the virus is real. When people are diagnosed with cancer and they don't believe the diagnosis, it doesn't have the potential to harm other people. But coronavirus does, and it is spreading rampantly across the Midwest.
United Airlines is expanding its COVID testing of passengers beginning next month and will offer free rapid testing to all passengers on some Newark to London flights. President Trump and Joe Biden campaigned today in Florida. It's a key state and one where Latino voters are being courted. CBS's Natalie Brand.
Both campaigns have been aggressively courting the Latino vote. Organizers and advocates are trying to spread the word, aiming for record turnout.
We have been called for many years a sleeping giant.
Frankie Miranda serves as president of the nonpartisan Hispanic Federation.
We are just not a monolithic vote.
Miranda says there are common concerns this year, especially around the pandemic.
Deadly deaths are blamed on Hurricane Zeta, which inundated coastal Louisiana and Mississippi. CBS's Daniel Backus says the storm has left tens of thousands without electricity.
Louisiana's governor said polling places will be prioritized for power restoration, and President Trump has already
already approved emergency declarations for Louisiana and Mississippi.
Overseas, Paris correspondent Elaine Cobb has more on the knife attack that left 3 people dead outside a church in Nice.
Local police say the attacker had no identity papers on him. They're trying to find out who he is and what his motives were. He was shot by police as he tried to flee the scene. He's in police custody in the hospital.
French President Macron calls it a terrorist attack. Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 103 points. This is CBS News.
Capital One is in the palm of your hand, so you can check your balance, deposit bills, and transfer money from your phone with a top-rated app. Get started online anytime. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
Other banks charge fees on savings and checking accounts. Doesn't sound good, does it? Capital One reimagined banking. So it sounds more like this. With Capital One, you can open an account with no fees or minimums in 5 minutes. Get started now at a Capital One location or online. Sound good to you? This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
For consumers only. Approval required. Offered by Capital One N.A. member FDIC. Copyright 2018 Capital One.
The candy's gone.
At Walgreens, we know that monsters have a sweet tooth.
Monsters?
Thankfully, Walgreens helps you get scary fast with safe and quick in-store shopping and same-day contactless pickup, so you can easily replenish the candy the monsters ate. Make Halloween happen with Walgreens. And be sure to grab an extra bag of candy, just in case the monsters get hungry again. Walgreens.
The pandemic may have changed a lot of things for good. Take the business lunch.
Before the COVID crisis, many business meetings happened over long lunches, and lots of business deals were sealed with a nice steak dinner at a restaurant. But those days may very well be in the past forever. The new normal? Many execs say they've replaced lunch meetings with a quick stop for coffee and a long walk. Some have taken to inviting business associates for a hike, where there's plenty of space to discuss plans while keeping social distance. Maria Garcia, CBS News.
The UN's weather agency says the La Nina climate phenomenon has developed and is expected to last into next year, affecting temperatures, rainfall, and storm patterns. They say it could be a moderate to strong one. La Nina usually means a more active Atlantic hurricane season. It's characterized by abnormally cold sea surface temperatures in the eastern Pacific. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I have no words for it. I'm kind of shocked right now, actually.
With Carroll Buckley.
Not that I like it, but I do.
AM 1230, KXO.
1230, KXO.